Now, are you amongst many of the population that unfortunately suffer with digestive issues? Pain, gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, bloating, distension after eating? I'm here to tell you that it's not normal, it's 100% resolvable. Let's break it down, I'm going to fix it for you. As always, with subjects like this, I like to look through an evolutionary lens and also common sense. Common sense tells me, go to the toilet, you look what's in there, and if there's bits of carrots and broccoli and sweet corn floating around, hasn't been digestive, that's just gone straight through you, do you think they're supposed to be in our bodies if our bodies literally cannot break them down and utilise anything that's in them? So maybe, just maybe, what we put in, what goes in our digestive system, do you know, food goes in that area, so maybe something that we put in our bodies could be the culprit to causing people with debilitating conditions, do you know, passing blood 20, 30 times a day in the toilet, do you know, even worse, ending up with like a colostomy bag. They've had to have part of the colon removed that's damaged. But I'm here to tell you that it's not the inevitable, it doesn't have to happen, and it can be 100% reversed, these IBS type pain, bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, bloating, distension type symptoms. To me, that's an easy common sense point of view. Let's get the evolutionary glasses and lenses on. Let's just have a look. We're not cows, we're not sheep, we're not ruminant animals. We don't have these multi-chambered, 4-chambered stomachs, big fermentation vat full of bacteria, like a gorilla, to break down all these vegetation. We lack the enzyme cellulase to break down cellulose. We have a stomach pH of around 1.5, a very acidic environment that's crucial for breaking down meat. We started as scavengers, so lions and wolves would leave like a kill. There could be up to 30, 40 pounds of meat left on this kill. Could have bacteria on it. So we've built up this over time, evolutionarily, we've got this high pH system in case we like ingest any bacteria. Before we like discovered fire and started cooking, we did start as scavengers. So we just haven't got the digestive system set up for a high plant-based diet. We've got this really long, short, small intestine for high nutrient absorption, and we're even left with this little appendix, you know, this vestibular organ that's left over that we don't need anymore because we've got a short colon. We don't have this huge colon full of bacteria that goes on for miles and miles like other ruminant animals, which not set up with all this bacteria to ferment and break down this food. They're actually designed to eat animal products, and especially red meat. And a great way of showing this anecdotally, and it just makes sense. You go onto YouTube, look at people who've had colostomy bags that do like a carnivore animal-based diet. They'll say that before I discovered this way of eating, I still had so much discomfort, pain, bloating, etc. And in their colostomy bag, they can literally see what has been absorbed, and there'd be just vegetation just floating around in there. But they go on a carnivore diet, they just eat red meat, salt water. All that's in the bag is a little bit of liquid. It's all been absorbed, and that just proves that it doesn't even end up near your colon. So it's a huge, huge myth that meat rots in your colon. Actually, fruit, vegetables, stuff that you can't break down, fibre, that's what makes it to your colon, because your body lacks the enzymes to digest it, which we know now. And that literally sits and rots and ferments in your colon. And guess what it causes? Gas. Guess what the gas causes? Bloating. And then it builds up enough, you either get constipated because it's all jammed in, or eventually it draws a load of water in and you have diarrhea. It's not looking good, is it? So then how backwards is it that we end up going to our doctor, our trusted GP, we get white coat syndrome, and we think they know everything, when what do they tell us to do? Increase your fibre intake, when studies show that people that completely remove fibre get 100% resolution of their IBS, digestive issues, etc. And the groups that went on a higher fibre diet got worse and worse and worse. I know it's all backwards, it's so frustrating, I know, but look into it, do your own research, don't just believe me. But it can be like really life debilitating, having to plan your day and like not eat certain foods, or if you do eat certain foods, you know that it's going to cause a flare up and you have to go home, or you're going to be on the toilet. It's not the inevitable, it can be solved. So maybe, just maybe, there's an optimal human diet for us. Look at any species on Earth, they all eat the same thing. All the koala bears are eating eucalyptus leaves. All the pandas are eating bamboo. Oh look, all the lions are eating zebra. There's not like the dad lion is on a vegetarian diet, the mum lion is on a vegan diet, the son's on a carnivore diet. The daughter's got the macro app out, and if it fits your macros, and typing its macronutrients in with a calculator, it just doesn't happen. So why are we any different as humans? And we think that it's like we're too smart for our own good. We've shot ourselves in both feet, and we think that everyone's like a precious little snowflake that has to be on their own little diet. We're actually not different at all. From a DNA point of view, we're not different at all. There's tiny little nuances, but the bigger picture is that we are hyper carnivorous humans. We have just massively overcomplicated nutrition for us as humans. Literally put the wrong fuel in the system, the wrong food in the body. It's like I've got a diesel car sat out there. I would not put petrol in it. That is what is going on. And funnily enough, we're actually on, by calories, over 70% of our calories on average, the population is actually from plant matter. We're actually on a plant-based diet without even knowing it. So this mass production of like wheat, flour, corn, fruit, vegetables, all these things, these cereals, grains, that is actually over 70% by calories of our actual diet. So we're actually already on a plant-based diet, and somebody like an animal, if it's who's over 70% carnivore, gets classed as a hyper carnivore. So we're actually, as a species, as like a population on average, we're on a hyper plant-based diet. And how's that going for us? You're on a plant-based diet and you don't even know it. 100% honest. Majority of people that come to me don't come to me and say, oh, I've got IBS, can you help? I get the odd ones, but they're literally, I think they're in the mindset that, and they've been told falsely that it's just how it is and it's incurable, it's nothing to do with your diet, which was quite funny, is actually what we eat ends up in there. Surely it's something to do with it. But they come to me, they just want to lose weight, look good naked, look good on the bleach. Vanity, but that's absolutely fine. We all want to look good. But I've lost count the amount of clients that even 1-2 days into the diet, they're like, hold on, my IBS has gone away. And I thought, hold on, I didn't even know you had IBS. My pain, my bloating, my gas, my diarrhea, it's all gone already. I'm like, yeah, because you've let that crap pass through you, but you haven't been putting it back in. It's like you put petrol in your diesel engine, we've got rid of the petrol, we haven't kept putting petrol back in, and if we knew what the problem was. So we addressed the root cause, and we put the right fuel in the system, and it's starting to look like maybe we are carnivores as a species. So they eat this carnivore, animal-based type diet, and everything just runs really smoothly. They're absorbing it really early on in the small intestine. Maybe we set up to eat that way, but if they ever go off track, the sly off plan, they have something they shouldn't be having, the body really reminds them, because they've got rid of this noise, this carbohydrate BS sort of noise, that they put one thing back in, the digestive system will tell them straight away, and they start getting the old symptoms again. And it really does keep you on track, because you're like, oh, okay, right, I know I've only put that in. Maybe someone just put some apples back in or a bit of broccoli, and all of a sudden all this pain, bloating, gas, diarrhea started to come back. Okay, do you understand now that probably doesn't belong in your system, because that is not normal? Because if you've ate and felt really good and started to lose weight and mental clarity and skin, hair, nails, digestion is everything is perfect, then when you put this one thing back in, is it worth it? Your body's giving you really good feedback. Get it out of them. You're just like, you're crapping more, you're gassy. Your body's trying to get rid of it. We're not designed to eat it. Hopefully this helps. We're not cows grazing in a field. We're not ruminant animals. We're actually classed as hyper-carnivore species. And it's proven. I've gone over it in other videos, but do your own research. But if you need help with this, you just don't know where to start, don't know where to go, you have digestive issues, my inbox is always open. I'll work with anybody. I love to help anybody because I'm so passionate about this. If you made it this far, sorry for rambling, but I like to give everyone the full piece of the puzzle. I don't just say blanket statements. We back it up by science. We back it up with common sense. Let's go.